Going. Thumbnail. Yep. YouTube's up to date. And looks like we're almost good to go. Give me another moment, double check my other computer. And yep, looks like everything's good to go. So let's go and get started. Oh great, that's a audited map. Probably should have. Great. And I can't exit out of it. No. Not download that because I can't really download more mods all too well. A little too short. Oh, got a decent sized replay here. Oh, great. Note to self, do not select moving out. Does not advance wars. And let's see, 26 is from last week, so looks like there's no replays I can do because I can't really go to those replays, the modded ones. The next person's last played within the last week is this. Everyone else is like over 9 days. Here we go. Got replays here. Hopefully none of them on modded maps. Good enough for me. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another HBars 4 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Pink Roost, we have Shapeshifter. Spawn on the south side as the Cyan Mullions, we have Krakeed here. Realize as well, I put the wrong stream. Refresh, and there we go. Mighty Pist's going on up, of course got some housing as well. It's going to take time to collect up those trees. Bill just kept cleaning up food. Looks like, oh yeah, we do have a Roost player on the field. Sorry, it's my first replay of the day, and I'm a little bit out of it. Cyan does find these deer here. Ink does not find these deer. His scout's over here, so he's already lost a deer deposit. Cyan's cleaning off this deer deposit. Ooh, Cyan finds 3 out of 4 deer deposits, so Pink is not doing too well on hunts. In fact, he still has 0. This is the last remaining deer deposit, and it's a good chance Cyan may actually find that. Cyan also finds a local doggo. This is not looking good for Cyan whatsoever. He does have the hunting cabin here for some gold collection. It will take him a bit of time to get enough gold to age up. Looks like Cyan does back off here, and he will find it with this scout. He's going to love this, finding every single deer deposit. Ink does find a deer or wolf there. In fact, he so far killed off 2 wolves. I'll give him 50 gold. And yeah, now he's just shy of 200 gold. He's going over collecting a bit of food, but oh boy. Ink is not in a good position. 15 trade bounty. That's not even enough for tier 1, which is just generally assumed that you'll get. Finds another wolf there. Needs to find a 3rd wolf or 4th wolf in order to get his 100. I'm trying to see if there's any more wolves here. You can always kill off the boar to get out some more with a tier 1 trade bounty, as well as, of course, consume the boar. He's going for secondary town center. Gonna being blown out here in a good defense position. And let's go and back on out, seeing how bad Sign's situation is. There's actually quite a bit of gold and stone pretty close by each other. That may be a perfect spot for our town center. Maybe not a perfect spot. But Ink, he's going to have to focus on eco. He has now a very stunted economy. So usually standard plus 10% income. The food income you get as a roost is very important. 5% just be assumed, which also makes berries a little bit more tolerable. In this case, now he has the intolerable berry collection. That's usually only really reserved for Mongols for the most part. What else civilization does not collect berries up to well? I suppose Ottomans? English don't really need to touch berries since they have really good farms. The Holy Empire police have prelates to improve their food collection by 40%. Yeah, it's probably just the Mongols and Ottoman have really bad food collection rate when it comes to berries. And even then, the Ottomans do have 4, if they go the Twin Minaretes, in order to get the Twin Minaretes, in order to get out the 3 berry bushes, give them pretty good solid base of food. So it's really just Mongol, at the top of my head. I suppose Malians the same way, but a lot of times they do have other sources of food, such as cows. I think scouts do fall back. We got the secondary towns that are being built out here. Ink is splitting the scouts. The scout has 11 health and needs 12 health to take Shank. There you go. Oh! Oh, we got warrior scouts. Okay, that is a very important note. Because that's plus 7 damage. I was thinking the 1 damage based scouts, so they do 17 damage per strike. As well as losing all those. He's probably on. He knows he killed off all of his opponent's deer. He knows his opponent's not in a great position when it comes to trade bounty, so maybe he's going to be aggressive with the Malians. I really don't know. I never really denied this many deer myself to the roost, and so Sign has the opportunity to get a pretty good advantage. Survival techniques are being researched. We got a tertiary town center for the roost. He's going straight triple town center with his failure of trade bounties. Yeah, he still does not have tier 1. Oof. He needs to go off and kill off a boar. Yeah, I think he just needs. He may need to get out a knight and kill off a boar and just do a hidden run. He is going for a barracks, probably for some spearmen. Because he knows he sees warrior scouts. We'll only see 3 warrior scouts in the field. He sees this town center here. He knows what. May or may not know about that town center. But he could eye for professional scouts and steal some deer. There are 7 deer, which is not really divisible by 3 scouts. But honestly, 1 load of deer is not half bad. Getting 2 loads, 6 out of 7 deer is actually really nice to have. We got this warrior scout on hold ground stance. We do now have wheelbarrow being researched. We see the cows being prepared for the Grand Fulani Corral. Scout falling on back now. He is rapidly trying to collect up some gold. I think he's going to be eyeing for his castle wage. Ardent Spearman Research. We got a stable here. He may be eyeing for some early knights just to help kill off the boar. We've got a fortified palisade gate. And some fortified palisade walls. Good spearman hits there. These handful of spearmen will keep the villagers nice and safe. Definitely should eye for the high trade house. I don't think Abbot of Trinity would be a good idea. That's maybe a good spot for the high trade house. We get a lot of trees. Got some farms not going on up. Grand Fulani Corral not being put on the field. The Malians, upon aging up to Castle Age, doesn't really get access to a lot of aggressive military units. Biggest, yeah, other than siege weapons. Overall, the biggest effect for the Malians when they get into Castle Age is probably the fact that they have two pretty good landmarks in Age 3. Though the the Fombia garrison's really fallen off, so it could perhaps use a little bit of buff, maybe a slight rework. The Fombia garrison probably does work better if you go for the Malians actually have really good trade. They have basically something very equivalent to the Mongols' Silk Road. They get up to what, 40 increase income through without the Saharan gold outpost. They can get plus 40% across, and they only have to build like 5, and they have to build a 5 outposts similar to the Mongols for Yam network. Scout takes some severe damage, was live with 0 health. This boar will put him the tier 1 trade bounty, which is very important. Of course, some various veteran research. The Roost does have access to fortified palisade walls. They get plus 100% health with no additional cost. And I think their production build speed is the same as well. We got a decent number of spearmen here just for defense. Mauling archers would be not half bad. Do have some sofas, veteran sofas, and some veteran Musvadi warriors. Musvadi warriors will beat spearmen in 1v1 combat, especially when there are Castle Age versus Feudal Age variations. High trade house not being employed on the field. It may have been a good idea to delete this lumber camp and put it right here. Get a bit more trade or gold income. Scout takes some damage. Sofa trying to retaliate. So take time to start torching down some of these walls. The Roost player, of course, has triple talent centers, so he has massive production of those villagers. While his opponent does have the Grand Fulani Corral, which gives him some good food generation. Up here we do now have more walls under fire. High trade house now complete, which will give them a bit more of trickle trade bounties. They'll take an incredible amount of time to get the tier 3. Villagers still torching this down. No archers engage the villagers. Does double layers walls. Got some Roost crossbows being put on the field to help engage the sofas, but you probably need to get out some archers as well to gauge the Musvadi warriors. Spear and trying to pursue those sofas. Musvadi warriors will of course beat the spearmen quite handily. Having higher attack speed, higher base damage, higher health, same base cost, though albeit they do cost gold rather than wood. Big ground militia not being put on the field. This will be critical for his defense. And the Malian player, it's all the militias coming back on off, wait for the militia to die from dysentery. Spearman also will be going down there. That goes half of his non-militia. I'll rebuild the walls now. Maybe a good idea to just not go with the gate. He has some veteran archers as well. Has a number of crossbows as well. Crossbow archer may be better than trying to go for what's it called? Then or archer spearman may be better than going for crossbows, due to the fact that he still needs a front line to keep the Musfati warriors back and via the spearmen. And the archers will do bonus damage to the Musfati warriors. While the spearmen will do bonus damage against the sofas. Got a decent number of archers here, starting to fire away. Takes out Musfati warrior, more walls going on up, utilizing the increased healthiness of his walls to hold the line. Sofa's now being upgraded with imported armor, and got the veteran archer research from the Malian. At this point in time, the violence of Mangonels wouldn't hurt him. This is opponent. Third mining camp now on the field. More walls as well. Bruce player's just trying to stall out. Triple villager production is costly, and he has 94 villagers versus 52. He could just either stop the villager production entirely to get some extra food. He has plenty of villagers. He can accept a lower number of villager production. Just like this was Age of Empires 3. Because in Age of Empires 3, villagers were much more expensive than compared to other Age of Empires game. If I were to give an adequate comparison, if this game would have similar villager costs, it would be up to 80 rather than 50. Since those villagers cost 100, and say a musketeer standard infantry unit, it costs 100 as well. There's a breach there. Musfati warriors will exploit the breach. Bruce Player has plenty of spare villagers. Magano finds a small, very small splash hit there. Maganos could be very useful to help the Roost player defend Musfati warriors while they're non-range unit. They can still at least be splashed. So we're going to see now walls like this. It does take out some more villagers here, not bad. There's also a Donzo mixed on in. Sign's now broken on through. Got pretty much nothing here for defense for Pink. Sign's army's at 94 versus 36. Bruce player needs more food. Round of militia there. Magano rolls a miss. Archers firing away as well. Some of the stuff is going down to the militia. Musfati warriors trying to break on in. Archers engaging the Musfati warriors. Didn't repair up that wall segment. Maganel finds a decent hit there on the Musfati warriors, but Maganel's being overran by the sofas. They don't do any bonus damage to siege weapons, but they do good damage nonetheless. While Maganel does stay alive, archers being engaged by Musfati warriors. More Musfati warriors here. This player is now losing a lot of villagers. Maybe Triple Town Center was a little bit too greedy by the Roos. Bruce player has held off his opponent, but still has lower army size and quality. Normal archers has a good number of these sofas. And the Malian players maintain good production of the Musfati warriors and the archers. More outposts being built. Spearman do take some damage there. Mangonel rolls a miss. A handful of crossbows to the Roost player, not too many. Other a blacksmith being built. He does have +2 range damage, going for +1 melee armor. We got a keep on the high ground now. It's like to be sieged down. Got poison arrows being researched. Peaks now pushes way forward. Does find a volley there under the toll outpost. We also got a warrior monk here. Science picked up every single relic. Sophos charging way forward. Archers engaging. Sophos do have 7 range armor. The archers do 9 damage. They only do 2 damage per arrow. Trebuchet engaging. 2 trebuchets engaging the keep. The amount of stones being collected. I'm investing some of that stone back into the keep to get it repaired on up. Science has an army of nearly 100. Pink has only an army of 50, but does of course have nearly twice the number of villagers. This does inside the keep. 2 villagers here drew the short straw. Archers being trying to engage in the low ground, trying to get some sort of damage. Mangonels could try to push down to the edge of the cliff face to get some volleys. Trying to repair up the keep now. Horse charging way forward. At this point in time, needs to get out of the keep, start repairing it up again. We're going to take some damage. More of these forces here, including a Spring Gold. Sign does not have 2 Spring Golds. Those crossbows will go down. Have a handful of Roost man arms in the field, but I don't think they're going to be that great. The gate does go down. Does take some damage there. Spearman charges way forward. Archers will. Spring Gold does go down. Archers getting good Mangonel hit there. Mangonel's backing off. They've taken some damage. Pink's archers are trying to set us up away. Most, or a good chunk of the Sophos have gone down. Mangonel's starting to be picked on off. Pink has a good number of archers here. Sophos slowly being killed on off. Once they go down, then the most body warriors can be picked on off. Let's find some of these other siege weapons now. Pink's archers seem to be getting overran. And there goes the last Spring Gold. Archers being picked on off. And Pink just heading back up north. The Kremlin's still alive, has 2 charges available, so you can get up to 4 militia. Outsiders are still firing away. First place going for some man arms, and the Roost army is entirely dead. I think they may be chatting. We got 4 of the hunters now being floated out. Yep, I think they're just in the chatting phase. Because right now, Pink is literally just doing nothing. Oh, I suppose he's trying to build a keep here, but that's not going to work out. At this point, this game's pretty much over. Pink should just back out of the game. Might go for another keep here. Will get built. And there we go, Pink finally back with the game. It's great seeing Pink watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see. Got this one? It was. Too short. Too short. Could do that one. Short. Let's go and do this one here. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HPARS 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the yellow Iubit. We have Callisto. On the north side as the Cyan Byzantines, we have Rakid here, who's really gone for an Olive Grove, which suggests maybe he's going for the Grand Winery. I haven't seen this sort of opener for the Byzantines. When it comes to map generation, this map does have a decent amount of berries. Looks like they all spawned over here on yellow side of the map. Both players will love to get a hand on those berries. Yellow does see nobody collect the berries, but maybe did not see anybody on the Olive Grove. Deer deposit here, deer deposit over here, next to some berries. Oh, not deer deposit, it's a relic. Got small deer deposit across the center area. I'm just out of it today, aren't I? House of Wisdom now being deployed on the field. Of course, with Iubit, we have to keep him the House of Wisdom selected to see what age up he's planning to go for. And he's planning to age up with probably the military wing reinforcements. Military wing reinforcements, pretty standard. Now we got the Grand Winery going on up. There's going to be a bit of space here between the town center and the Grand Winery, so we'll not be able to get extra farms in between here. An inefficiency. We also got a bit of wood being collected on up. He may be not eyeing. Not sure what he's going to be eyeing. Also, he will have to contend with the free camel lancers, so he still may need to get out not lancers, desert raiders. So he may need to still get out barracks or a archer range to engage them. Spearmen or archers will both be useful against them. Outpost going on up, or we could just rely on defenses. House here. He'll still need to get some more wood for an outpost next to gold deposit. It was probably a better idea to put the outpost next to the gold deposit because berries can be easily replaced by sheep. Also, something I should probably mention as well. Let's see, trade posts. We got Magadai and Desert Raiders, so engage Desert Raiders, or some Zapahi or mercenary Arboteers. A bit of damage on that Desert Raider. Does have an arrow slit here. Mercenary Magadai could be decent if he goes for the foreign engineering school, because it will get the Sheer Bow Limbs improved upgrade. We do now have the Western mercenary contracts now being researched, which will give them access to the Longbone, which would be a decent item versus those Desert Raiders. So would the Silk Road for the Javelin Throwers. More olive groves there. And a line of aqueducts as well. It does get a line of walls there. Getting hit by a couple flag spikes for some odd reason. Scout takes some damage here. We'll scout out the fact there's a fresh Desert Raider from the... Oh, we also spot a wing going on up. It is economic wing growth, which will give him 8 villagers, and orchards provide a bit more food. Additionally, he does not have Golden Age Tier 1 just yet. He may want to either push that out a little bit more. Yes, could use some more housing. Needs 4 more structures. Scout does take some shots there. Longbowman now being pulled on out by the Byzantine player. Looks like the Desert Raider does not have the vision to spot the scout. Nice little Houdini trick there. If he continues running this way, he won't be pursued any further. Very, very nice. Great Houdini trick. We do have a Desert Raider up here. We're seeing a bit of fire from the town center. We got 4 olive groves at the moment. We'll give him a decent amount of olive oil, as well as with the berries, which will also give him a decent amount of olive oil. The Byzantine player almost has enough food to age on up. Needs a little bit more gold. These forces pushing, moving around. He has not aged up just yet. Almost complete. Now he's aged on up. This will give him a handful of villagers, as well as improved berry capacity in these orchards. Got these forces moving around. Golden Horn Tower now being researched. Longbowman gets a good volley there. He's designed for some Camel Lancers. Got some Lumitani now being put on field, as well as the Hardened Lumitani research. Golden Horn Tower, of course, giving out some free Longbowmen for the time frame. He could eye not getting the Veteran Mercenary contract, so he doesn't get out any lands connects. Lumitani here engage. Let's get some damage. Desert Raiders are quickly going down. Mosque now deployed on the field. Another Desert Raider deployed on out. Bowman gets a great volley there, takes out the scout, may take out the Desert Raider. Oh, there you go, now it goes down. He had a suicide wish. We do now have these Camel Lancers backing on off.
Αυτή η δομή να με επιζήσει.
Got these forces moving around. Golden Horn Tower in the region, improved by the Conscripto. Lumitani moving around, trying to gauge these Camel Lancers. Maybe not. Camel Lancers will bypass everything. We'll find some walls there, and of course the mercenary camp, blowing out some Veteran mercenary contracts. Sign does have a monk here. Lancer is going to be trying. Camel Lancer is going to be trying to impale the monk. Gets a good impalement there. Got a couple Limitani here. Oh, we got these forces pushing forward as well. A lot of Camel Lancers in the field. Longbow gets veteran mercenary research, gaining 2 extra damage to help fight against the Camel Lancers, plus 100% damage. Now the Camel Lancers are fully on back, and yellow has picked up a relic. Got veteran archer research now on the way for the Ibid player. So more longbow wouldn't be bad. And I'm gonna let Limitani and Longbow move around, trying to find some relics. There's one. And there's another monk there, so there are 2 relics in this region he can claim. Not sure how well he scouted out to find those relics. We do now have a good number of Camel Lancers, though a good number of them are quite wounded. No dervishes in the region to heal them up. Monk picked up a relic. 2 relics now picked on up. He can perhaps push his forces to this foliage or to this choke point. But now yellow's advancing. Could see a Wooloo there, has to distract his opponent. Get some stabs here. Wooloo right there. He does intercept. That's not going to be good. Oh, barely gets it. And the archers are doing a good job taking all the spearmen, or Limitani. Longbowmen are now getting report by the Camel Lancers. Those Camel Lancers must be severely wounded. Yes, they are. They may just want to fall back to a dervish to get healed on up. Camel Lancers now charging way forward. Getting some good damage there, and we'll take out these Longbowmen. More Camel Lancers does go down. And that Camel Lancer does go down as well. Overall, Sign's been taking great cost-effective engagements, but he does have claim 1 relic and picked up another. Same thing with the yellow. Just leaving this last relic over here, and it looks like yellow will claim it. Handful of palisade walls there, just help protect this stuff. Large number of olive groves now being floored on out as well. Another cistern there as well. We're gonna pick up the stone deposit. Right now, Sign's just walling in.
أعطني أي هدف.
Sacred Sight's been catched up by Cyan. More of Raining Guard now being put on the field with some Longbowmen being queued on out, probably the Golden Horn Tower. Sacred Sight being captured on up. Gold deposit is start being claimed here. Does have one large one over here and a small one over here. His opponent does have both the small one, the small one there. Well, this large one is also over here. All the berries been cleaned on up, so he's run out of berries. He can always go for a bit of fish. Additionally, there's a good amount of berries and deer as over here, as well as a bit of fish. Spearmen now trying to pursue the Camel Lancers. But it's there. Camel Lancers backing on off. Archers pursuing these archers. Good, it's there. Got these archers push way forward. Maganel as well. Finds a volley. Does avoid it. Longbone backing off. Got some Guilloms now floating the field. Only +1 range armor and range damage for yellow. Got all 2 and 2 for Cyan, as well as +1 melee damage. Maganel rolls and miss there. Cyan's trying to get overran by the Camel Lancers. Camel Lancers is now a mix of everything. Spearman engaging the Camel Lancers. Berserk activates the mass heal. More Limitani and push way forward, getting some hits. And it looks like Cyan's melee force here will be cleaned on up. We're now Cyan's military is half the size. It will below half quality, but don't trust that number, dude. It doesn't really count. Act like the all 4 units intact, because after all, most military force are those longbone. Not a single drop of that's being counted in the army value. And generally don't count that in the destroy value, but I haven't seen too many longbone going down this game. But it should be pretty even right now. Yellow's not pushed way forward. Maganel finds a pretty decent hit there. Brandon Guard and Limitani trying to engage. Got some lance next mixed on in. A handful of them never hurts. That's probably from Golden Horn Tower. A couple of Camel Lancers charging way forward. Does find physical damage there. Eloms and Brandon Guard engaging each other. Brandon Guard does have less health, but a little bit more armor, as well as great attack speed. Eloms have even higher attack speed, even more health, with regular armor and less damage. And also being slightly more expensive. All the desert's gone down. All the Camel Lancers are down. Maganel missed. Yellow's trying to regroup his forces.
انتبهوا أيها الجنود. أعطني أي هدف. أنصتوا يا قوم. أوامر جديدة. وقيد التنفيذ.
Archers and now some more Guilloms being pulled on the field. 6 site not being captured on up. Outpost is upgraded across the Spring Gold, but also, not Spring Gold, Maganel emplacement, and has been fortified. Took a site here, will be captured on up. Will be 2 captures in favor to 1. Got quite a bit of olive oil here. He may want to go for a mill and some of these exterior olive groves to make sure there's better drop-off rate.
Αυτή η δομή να με επιζήσει.
Cisterns are at level 5, so it's getting maximum increase in income there.
تم تنفيذ العمل.
Does get some damage there. We do now have the outpost now garrisons trying to play Ring Around the Rosy here. Brandon Guard trying to stop the Camel Lancers. The Maganel placement does do siege damage, so the armor of the heavy cavalry is ignored. We also got now the Berserking activated, so we'll give him additional damage and hack spark those Camel Lancers in no time. Villagers now moving their way over here to this berry deposit. And now Cyan's going to be content of just using olive groves for food and olive oil. Do we see an age up by yellow? No, we do not. You'll probably go for Culture Wing Advancement, though the other stuff can be quite useful, such as the not logistics, but everything else. Not sure how effective the Trading Wing Bazaar is for Imperial Age, but advancement is of course cheaper and faster. And while the advisors give him some add-a-bags, giving 7 select buildings increase healthy units. Down south, we do have some Vanguard finding some villagers. Vanguard takes damage here from those town centers. We'll take that Desert Raider there. The Berserker is active, so they will take extra damage from the arrows. Yellow's not pushing forward with his army. Only a couple Count Lancers and Desert Raider, mostly just archers, crossbowmen, and Eloms. Of course, the 2 Mangonel or Mangonel variants will be very effective. Got some Spring Golds here, a good number of them. We got 3 defensive Spring Golds, or offensive Spring Golds versus 4 defensive. -1 to Mangonel. And once those Mangonels go down, he can just simply put his Spring Golds on the back of the line, keep him safe, rather than trying to go snipe them off. Because right now, they've already done the job of killing his opponents or threatening siege weapons. Let's get some good damage there. Yellow's going to get cut apart. Science Mangonels are still very much alive. Those Science Spring Golds are still needed to engage them. Got some villagers pushing me forward as well, getting ripped apart. Archers, longbows, and now engaging. Yellow's starting to fall back now. Try and go for a mining camp as there's an outpost here, or a keep. These Renegades still move around, chopping apart some of Yellow's villagers, not paying enough attention back there. These reinforced Shark 24, but we'll find all those longbows. Sign is counterattacking. Yellow's trying to get overran. And Yellow just back of the game. This Angrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. That was the last replay I get from him. Let's go on to another player. Oh. Got a decent length to replay here. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another H-Pires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Green Mongols, we have 3D Burial. Spawn on top left side as the Yellow Ibis, we have Kill Jardy. It's been a while since I've been on this map, or cast a match on this map. This map is actually not bad for trade, good for the Mongols, also good for Ibis, we have cheaper traders. We got the OVO back here on the back side of the map generation, so and Spearman Rush will have a little bit extra time to get pushing forward. This one's gold and Berry Deposit could be warded away by a single outpost here. If he goes down that path, I should say. Got a Deer Deposit next to a large stone deposit over here. Plenty of gold in this map. This map is just filled with gold in the map. Unlike some other King of the Hills, you can always go to the flanks to get other gold sources. Additionally, there's also trade post there, so you got plenty of sources of gold you can make usage of. That's a villager. Those are spearmen. A decent number of sheep here. Science Spearman push away forward. This is Town Center Arc of Fire. Gold deposit is completely off the spear. Off the gold deposits, so he can push forward and engage it, but he's already started to age up, going for military wing reinforcements. It's going to take time, start stabbing the villagers. Cancels the structure, so this one doesn't get any raid bounties. Can't go too close. He could try skirting the edges and throw some stabs on these units. More spearmen being blown a few, another times 2 spearmen, but he may only aim for those set of spearmen. He's not really being super aggressive, which help ward away the gold and berry deposits from being collected on up. 4 spearmen on the field. It's probably gonna be just adequate enough. You don't have to go for a 5th spearman. Mongol moving, or Khan moving around. He did use a speed arrow. The guy is still being collected by the IB player. I wonder if he's eyeing for secondary town center, or is he just going to be eyeing for military structures? Silver trees now being queued on up. Archer range not going on up. We got the Desert Raider as well. Deep here. This outpost is still garrisoning 2 spearmen, which will keep the villagers at bay for now. You could upgrade for arrow slip, but it's probably not really that worth at the moment. Desert Raider does get a shot off there. The Mongols' speed arrows on cooldown. You can just throw the spearmen inside the town center to get some extra arrows, but it looks like the Khan's going to move forward and kill it off. 0 health, and now dead. Now truly at 0 health. The reason why it was at 0 health with 2 health remaining, the Khan's arrow does do 2 damage, but the Camel Unease debuff reduced damage below 2 damage. There is decimals in this game, it's just not very well presented. When I say not very well presented, I mean at all. If they can't really display decimals, one way to fix that is just simply multiply all the damage, health, and armor values by 10. Either way, we do now have a bit of damage here. Does take out some deer. Not that that was on purpose. Speed arrow there to help engage. Does get some strikes. Horseman charging way forward. Now I got these forces falling on back. He's received quite a bit of response here. The Silver Tree does not appear to have been migrated around just yet. Seeing all the horsemen in the field, maybe a good idea not to utilize it all too much. Archer range now being flowed on the field. You now have some pastures being built in the field. The Ovos still has a decent amount of stone remaining. The Ovos, of course, will improve the sheep production. This will support the 4 villagers. He does have plenty of reserve of sheep, so I think the Khan may have been pretty successful finding sheep earlier. I don't see any additional pastures just yet. A secondary pasture wouldn't hurt. He does have currently about 13 villagers collecting food. He may still also be collecting quite a bit of deer here, because this is where his town center was located at. He may collecting up a mix of deer and sheep. I see plus 10s there. He doesn't have wheelbarrow, so he's definitely collecting up sheep as well as deer. Maybe more so on the sheep at the moment. Got traders on the field, which is probably not a really good idea. Silver Tree gets redeployed. That may have been ×2 trader. Now looking at that, it was deployed next to the Ovos, so I think he went for a ×2 trader of stone, which is expensive. You still have to pay full price for the stone for the traders. Does not get reduced by the Silver Tree. Archers, spearmen, and horsemen now trying to engage. He could have activated the speed arrow there. Speed arrow is activated, allowing his infantry to advance a bit more quickly. The spear moving around. Horsemen see some damage there. Some of the Desert Raiders are going down as well. One Desert Raider remains, so he does retain the Camel Unease speed debuff. Those two spearmen do abandon the outpost there, so the outpost only has the basic arrow slit. This one's collecting up gold in the center of the map at the moment. And he is actually manually building out Desert Raiders as well as horsemen. He has a handful of archers in the field. All the Desert Raiders are down this region, so no more Camel Unease debuff. No age up at the moment. One horseman very wounded there. Does not pick it off at the moment. Mongol player probably should eye some more spearmen. He sees the horseman base composition. He has a handful of archers. Probably a good idea not to build any more archers. But he is going for some Keshiks now. More horsemen's in trade. Desert Raiders engaging. Got a very exposed number of villagers right there. More traders have gone down. Keshik here will easily get overwhelmed and probably get thrown away. Wolf does get spotted there. We've got a good number of horsemen which can engage those archers no problem. We've got some Desert Raiders here, and they should be ripped apart, the horsemen. More traders being blown on the field. Another trader does go down. Silver Tree is being more, like I always say, is a double-edged sword. I don't know if he's basically not returned a profit yet on the Silver Tree. Horsemen still backing on off. Got a decent number of spearmen here. These horsemen backing off. Escorted by the Khan. It's got a very large number of horsemen here. Right now the Ayurveda economy is just significantly superior thanks to Golden Age Tier 1. 5% collection rate for all resources. Now that side's gone for any economic upgrades, barring the Ayurveda's gone for the wheelbarrow. But I guess the Mongol player does have a bit better wood income, but the lack of lumber or wheelbarrow is actually probably, the wheelbarrow is probably paying more dividends than the lumber preservation research. Additionally, seeing the Golden Age counteracts out 10 of the 15%, so 5% versus one wheelbarrow, definitely the wheelbarrow is better. Another trader will go down. Trying to go front some outposts here. There's a decent amount of food in this region. Berries. Has 6 villagers. He's trying to push the way forward. Keshiks and horsemen. A couple archers mixed on in as well to help provide some damage on those Desert Raiders. It looks like the spearmen do defend those units. We've got some villagers here as well. Does have 5 villagers onto the tier, and this outpost will provide a bit of Yam network, probably enough to warrant the coverage. A little bit missing on the edge, but that's not too important. Got still a good number of horsemen and desert raiders there. We do have this outpost now, gain a little bit extra speed for these traders. And now we've also got Silk Road tier 1. These villagers, however, may go down. Got these desert raiders straightforward as well, Spearmen providing decent defense. Those villagers will go down. Let's get some traders inside the outpost. And those traders are dead. The Khan could get picked on off as well. The Khan does go down. Outpost still firing away. His horsemen and Keshik took the wrong path there. Spearman now intercepting. Does get a nice little encirclement there. He's now out of... Oh, nope, that's a bad ending location there. So he will lose previously everything there. 1 scout, 1 horseman. Yeah, that's basically all wiped out now due to a bad rally. Got more desert raiders, archers, and horsemen straight forward. Got a very large number of exposed villagers here. He has a decent amount of wood here. He has no villagers collecting up wood nor gold. And he definitely does not have enough pastures to support all that. He can only support up to 8 villagers on food. We've got Castle Age now for the Ibid player. And now he's going to have a massive veteran research advantage. Veteran Desert Raiders wouldn't be half bad. It's going from Camel Lancers as well as veteran archers. Got these forces moving around, trying to find out the opportunity to gauge. He still has this outpost here, which means he does have extra mobility thanks to Yam network. Right now the Mongol army is larger. He needs to start eyeing that age up. Probably a good idea. The Kurultai can give him a good defensive location, while the Separate Out could help him out for golden collection. So he is still trying to eye for traders. Has 9. Really want to squeeze out the 10th one. Distractionary Wolo. Or maybe not. Go get the Keshik. Wasn't distractionary since it was successful. Spear now engaging all the various horsemen and camelmen. Then archer research only has the basic blacksmith research for them. Horsemen and desert raiders pushing forward once again. There's also a camel lancer mixed on in. Spearman pushing forward does use the arrow. Of course, it is not improved by the whistling arrow, so it only lasts for 5 seconds. And these forces are taking some damage. Over here, horsemen and Kesha trying to raid some villagers. Yellow has cut off 10 traders, while green's cut off 3 villagers. May get some more here. Yellow's forces may get cleaned on up. More folks on these forces over here. Green only cut off like 1 or 2 more villagers. Right now, he managed to stay alive by using choke points. That could have been much worse for Yellow, but it was not. Camelot just finds some damage there. He does get a villager. Gets some traders inside the outpost as well. Does have some arrow slits research as well. Their primary arrow does extra damage. More spear trying to push way forward. Kurultai now being deployed on out. Takes out some archers there. The Kurultai at this point in time would be a good defensive emplacement to help him pull the front line. His opponent has a pretty good advantage, I would say. Lancer does go down. Now the Desert Raider He has 10 traders, so he does have Silk Road level 2. Now I got some veterans from on the field. Military ring reinforcements allows his cavalry to build out siege weapons, just not the dervishes. Now he has a quick battering ram there. Base force pushing forward. Kashik does engage. Got down the defense arrow there. He's not going for any veteran research at the moment. Going for some range armor. The Kotai will get the archers a little bit extra damage to work with, but he's going to exchange them out for crossbows. Crossbows getting some good damage there on those camel lancers. They get a lot of extra damage and bonus damage thanks to the Kurultai. Battering is not pushed way forward. He still needs some units to engage his archers. Man-at-arms could be a decent unit at this moment in time. So I'm pulling some man-at-arms now. Villagers taking some hits. Kurultai providing some good health regen benefits for those villagers, but they are getting backed into a corner. Villagers trying to shank the camel lancer. That's not great. Man-at-arms now being deployed. The Network could be great to get some more movement speed up for defense. More forces streaming this way forward. Has some spearmen to distract these archers, giving the Mongol player a little bit extra breathing room. He's got some horsemen to help deal with the battering ram archers, I would say. Don't need a Keshiks. Regular horsemen would do just fine. Down south, camel lancer being engaged. Whatever remaining spearmen he has in the field, he can use to help just keep his trade alive. At least not from archers, at least from the camels. Let's use a speed arrow there to help him pursue and engage. Crossbows being focused down there, not bad. Batterion is still firing away. Six side being decaptured by spearmen. A couple more spearmen there. Camel lancers do run on by. Got a decent number of villagers here cooking up wood. Villagers still cooked up food here. And these villagers have nowhere to run. Battering does go down. Camels do go down. Do not have this OVO being deployed on the field, or has been deployed on the field down here. He has a decent amount of stone being stored on up. Kurultai being redeployed out here. He's going to try to go for kill. We do have a secondary town center here. We don't see siege engineers. He's going for the Yam network. Improve Yam network. Couldn't be half. Oh wait, no, you need the next age, but you improve Yam network. Dervish there. Maginal hasn't been deployed on the field. Of course, the Ayyubids do get free improved siege engineers. Good damage on the camel lancers. He has a good small army here, the Mongol player, but he's fighting against a good number of crossbows. More spearmen wouldn't be half bad. There's his defense area there, giving +2/+2 armor for 5 seconds. Does clean up those camels. Right now, the IB player does have more civilians on the field thanks to secondary town center and not being raided. We do not have the blacksmith move around trying to get redeployed to the OVO, as well as a large number of archery ranges. He may be eyeing for Oh, looks like maybe eyeing for a mass number of archers via stone income. Kurultai migrating back home. Spearmen can take some damage there. Got these spearmen and all the forces getting healed by the Kurultai. We now have the improved siege engineers now being researched. Allows them to deploy out other advanced siege weapons such as springballs, traction trebuchets, and mangonels. Traders migrating around. He decides to retask his traders over this direction. Only villagers in the region. Now got all these forces heading straight to the Silver Tree. He's going to interrupt the source of the trade. And he will find all this infrastructure here. He's going for a large number of ×2 crossbows. He does find some of these villagers here. He may get out some of them. Those units are not really villager killers. Like the Kurultai is trying to redeploy over here. Got these forces now pushing way forward. He does have good vision on these forces. He will intercept some of these reinforcements. Spring Golem place him here, and it will be quickly cleaned on up. Kurultai may not want to redeploy there, and may get interrupted because of it's not fun moving around those structures. Traders migrating up north. He will at least get one good load on dropped on off. He will lose some of these traders. Got some more archers being brought in over here. He does also have a spring goal in the region. He may lose all these traders. He may exchange it for some pressure to his opponent's base. Now got to keep rapidly being built there. And again, that's the problem with the Mongol structures. They are a pain in the ass to move around. And we got this keep being rapidly built here. He will get some damage to these villagers. He will get enough of them inside the keep as well. Backing on off now. Alright, try quickly building up some battle rounds. No gear here. He may want to rebuild a gear. Mongol player does have a bit of wood sorting up. More traders going down. I think he may have lost all those traders now. He's down to one. And yep, his trade economy is now completely ruined. He has 2 pastures here, nowhere enough for all these villagers, so his food economy is completely shot. He needs to build out another 3 more pastures. Traction trebuchet now being built. Got these forces heading up north, trying to get some more damage on in. Archers moving around. More wood being clicked on up. Forces heading down south, got a mangonel here. Mongols just getting ripped apart. Traction trebuchet is being interrupted. And thanks to our being nearby a Kurultai, they will get bonus damage. It's one of the few things that actually improve the siege weapons damage like that. So the Kurultai is great for a siege camp. But this one is out of radius. What on earth was that rock? That rock felt like it went straight. I might be going crazy. I think that trebuchet rolled a hit. What I mean by roll a hit is, in this engine, if you are aware of Company Heroes 2, if a unit rolls a hit, then the projectile goes straight to them. If the projectile rolls a miss, then you use a scattered profile to randomly land in an area which can still do damage. Keep trying to go up here, but Green will stop it. Very nice. And that is a little bit too bold, trying to steal the berries right there. Keep gets destroyed or cancelled there. That one got cancelled. This keep is still under siege. Got one trader active, looks like. No, he does have 7 alive in the field. I'm not 7, 5, because I see the increased food income. Yellow's force there will be cleaned on up. He does have 6 traders alive. All these forces these siege weapons gonna go down. Crossbows getting some good damage to the Camel Lancers. Camel Lancers getting some good damage onto the villagers. Khan is now down. Crossbows push right forward. Archer is going to be hitting the spearmen. Karltai could receive the under siege. Now starting to pull out some Mangonels. Mangonels do outrange the standard arrows of a keep, so you can actually use Mangonels as a soft counter towards keeps. Mangonels are generally a soft counter to structures entirely. Battery arms push way forward. No, I look, there's some man arms and some spear there to engage. We now got this force push forward. We'll find the capital. Couple forces over here. And the Mongol player does back the game. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. And before I get started next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. My apologies, I'm back. Play last covered of him, it's probably that top one. Here we go, got a decent length of replay here. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on the south side as the Green Absid Dynasty with 3D Burial. On the north side as the Yellow Rus with Kill Jardi. We have a Rus player on the field, so let's switch out Cast of Vision, select the Rus player, and keep an eye on the scouts. Does find the boar and one of his opponent's deer deposit. Green's scout pushing his way forward. Both players will miss this deer deposit. Yellow will find this one here. Let's see, the other deer deposit for this player is back here. Green does not appear going for a secondary scout. He's going to make do with the one. And he will find his opponent's deer deposit here. So Yellow so far has found 2. This scout is moving around. This one won't be found anytime soon. Nope, but you have a secondary green scout on the field. And Yellow Scout may find this secondary or primary deer deposit for Green. Green Scout is shortly behind him. He will spot the deer now, find some of his sheep as well. Does take kill one of the deer, Green did. Yellow only killed off one. And only killed off two of those deer. Oof. And he will run into some... Wait. Didn't he? He's also killed off some of the sheep, didn't he? Yeah, it looks like both. He even got both of the sheep that was behind Yellow's Scout as well. I didn't realize that. I was more focused on the plus 10 gold. Yellow does find a wolf here. Does kill the wolf, and will be Scout versus Scout. Getting some good damage there. Falls back to the wounded one. That Scout aggressively pushes forward and gets picked off there a little bit foolishly, and Green will take time to kill off this wolf as well. Right now, Yellow did find 210 trade bounty, just needs a little bit more to get out to tier 3 or tier 2. Maybe killing off a boar wouldn't be half bad for that. But both boars are pretty off the side, and this one's not really convenient for Yellow, and be very dangerous to go for this one, though this one could result in higher reward in the deer. So if he does go for a secondary town center there, he will definitely get out a wooden fortress to go along with it. Got now the Kremlin on deployment field. Let's back out of Castle Vision, or back to Castle Vision. The Roost player is definitely eyeing for a secondary town center. Military wing now deployed on out by the Abbasid Dynasty player. Ah, that's a missing spearman, isn't there? Not sure where that spearman... Oh, there it is. Lagging behind, his friends abandoned him. He will take out this wolf there, which actually is not bad for Green. Denies that to be claimed up by Yellow. Now let's go for boot camp. Dirt cheap upgrade, very useful. Most times it feels like that Abbasid players tend to go for a fast castle. We've got a lot of housing being deployed in the field. He needs 4 more structures built in order to get out the Golden Age tier 1, which is one of the best economic benefits in the entire game. Secondary towns that are being built there to ensure the gold deposits remain secure, and with the nearby Kremlin, there's a lot of defense here. 15, 7, and 8, so there's 30 villager stores in this region. So you can place this farm economy in this region, and they will have a safe place to hide away. You could perhaps deploy a paramilitia to help keep these guys at bay. He's going to push forward. He's not going to kill a villager. Villager's heading over to the wood deposit now. Secondary town center now being built out over here. Scout will find it. He will set it ablaze. One piece of straw at a time. Green Scout almost goes down, and Yellow Scouts have to run away because they will be picked off by the town center. These players now playing some archers, maybe defensively. Got another archer range there. So we got archery rangers. I don't think he's going to be aggressive with them. Though he's not really stockpiling resources to age up. When a fortress is in range of the lumber camp, so he is getting some good wood drop off. Camping this deer deposit there. He may just apply a small number. No, 2 archer ranges will not suggest a small number to clear out that force. 2 archer ranges suggest he's going to be offensive. Sure, if he was aging up in the meantime as well, while building both those archer ranges, suggests that he will go from horse archers. But 2 archer ranges suggest he is going to apply some aggression. His one's going to be counted out with some stables, very good.
اتبعوا الأوامر. أوامر. وقت المسير.
جاهزة للعمل.
Archers and spearmen taking some damage. The scouts trying to shank them.
يعجبني ذلك.
أحدهم يطلق
There's some
علينا.
palisade walls there, but he can at least engage the villagers near at that gold deposit.
القوس جاهز. نواجه مشكلة هنا.
Now it's taking time to collect up the deer here. He also going for survival techniques. Going for these berries as well. Not a great source of food, but it's a source of food. We do also got a camel archer in the field. He was expecting early nights, but it's simply not the case. Scout trying to stop the horsemen. Going for a wooden fortress here. Camel Archer takes some damage. Camel Archers are relatively expensive. Got a paramilitia here to help engage the horsemen. Camel Archers do cost 1 or 230. Scout down, not big surprise. Now the boar is being claimed as well. Some of the villagers are quite damaged, but the boar does get gored. Wooden Fortress fires away. You can always go for a castle turret to get increased damage on those wooden arrows. Two militia have already died from dysentery or heart attack in 6 seconds. They should really take a heart attack medication. Vulture Wing now being deployed on out. Exile is now complete.
سأركب.
Got these forces moving around. Wooden Fortress being upgraded, the arrow slit. And plus there's plenty of trees nearby, so a lumber camp would be half bad there as well. The hunting camp does find 30 trees. A trade house being pulled out right there. That's a pretty good spot for it. Maybe a little bit farther forward would be better, because some of the trees are chopped down over here. By the way, that should net him at least maybe close to 250 gold per minute. Culture Ring now being almost completed. When he gets Culture Ring, he can always go for Boot Camp and go for Mass Gilums. Gilums are pretty good. The Absa Dynasty Gilums. One of the best, honestly one of the better heavy infantries in the entirety of the game. They do quite well. Cam Archers do fall back. And now I've got the Preservation Knowledge Research, making his research cheaper. Very handy indeed.
حسناً، ما المطلوب؟
And now I do also have the Castle Watch upgrade to make sure so you can see better. Monastery being pulled on out, trying to collect the relics. Both players are on Castle Wage. We do see an Imam on the field, 2 Lancers on the build queue as well. 1 Warrior Monk, Need some other forces, of course.
بناء مشيد جيدا.
Two more lancers on the field. Villagers got some wood over here. Got some palisade walls completed. That's an opening there. Called an oversight. These spearmen will be picked on off. They're still Dark Age spearmen. Got these forces pushing way forward. These forces pushing their way back. Talking the last of the board there. Not sure how much food's left. I'm trying to click on it. But hard to click on it, honestly. Yep, down to about 170 remaining, so not a lot of food remains on that board. Not a lot of meat on the bones. Good number of camel archers are being deployed on out. His opponent, the Ruse player, is eyeing for a good number of horsemen, so the camel archers will find the camel unease debuff. There's the archer research. He can always go for composite bowman to make his archers even better. Let's find a lancer there, and archers. Horsemen will take out these spearmen. Yellows should win out this fight, no problem. 6 being catched by the Imam. Got one other claim for both sides. Warrior Monk finds opening, picks up the relic. Got the wooden fortress garrison with something. With villagers. Try and go for another hunting cabin here for some berries. Right now, Yellow's army of 25 versus the army of 34. 35. And more archers pushing their way forward. And now Green's making his way forward, looks like. We do now have another wooden fortress here. There's a good number of villagers in the region. This, of course, does have the castle watch, so should be able to see this no problem. He can start rotating his army around. Another relic picked on up. Both sides pick up a second relic. The last relic on the map is safely in Yellow's territory. Sig site being passed decaptured by the scout. Wooden fortress is firing away. They provide a decent defensive point for Yellow. Over here, horsemen do find opportunity to engage in the backline units, pick off perhaps the lancers and archers. The lancer, of course, are very resilient. They may not pick those off. Horsemen now withdrawing. Still a couple of camel archers on the field, provide a debuff. There's still middle age camel archers. They still offer good damage, but there's not great fire support. Push their way forward, crossbows and archers are now engaging. The crossbows need to make sure they hit those lancers. Some spearmen on the field, but we've got composite bowmen here, and looks like they're on point taking out the spearmen. As well as they're doing decent work against those horsemen. The Ruse archers are starting to get overran. Got the two wooden forces here, one upgraded arrow set, the other one's unupgraded. One villager does go down. Camel lancers could be focused on there. Try and go for a battering ram quickly. Yellow's basically no military force in the field, going for a pair of mangonels. At the circle summoning dance of the battering ram. There is the battering ram now engaged in the wooden fortress. Wooden fortress takes some fire. Mangonel pushes the way forward. Mangonel rolls a pretty big whiff there. We got now some militia pull them out. Wooden fortress takes some damage. Trying to overrun the Mangonel now. The Mangonel's going to be just fine. Lancers will be picked on off. Being focused down by the archers. And being repaired on up. Wooden fortress is getting now set in place. He passes to withdraw the villagers from it. It's not critical to keep that alive. Mangonel finds another good hit there. Another Mangonel to pull them out. Getting more hits. Horsemen and militia would quickly take out the other battering ram. He will actually try to save this wooden fortress repairs. Now these forces falling back. The formation move brought them a bit too far forward. In this wooden fortress, the one that's upgraded with 2 upgrades will be saved. The other one does go down, but is unupgraded. Now being rebuilt as well.
Як прикажете.
Militia do die from a heart attack. Oh, that stress of battle really got to them. And right now, the Rus player still has 13 military units versus his opponent's 47. That's not good. He does have, of course, 3 Mangonels, which is very, very good. But Abbasid players do have access to free improved siege engineers, so you can pull out some Springolds on the front line, no problem. Let's take a look at the Rus player trade bounties. He does have trade bounty tier 2, still pretty far away from tier 3. High Trade House right now is providing 200 gold per minute. That will greatly increase once you get a tier 3 trade bounty. We do not have Boyar's Fortitude being researched. Down here, we do have these crossbows being engaged. Crossbows will get wiped out. These palisade walls are not complete just yet. Lancer charges me forward. And all these forces will take out this wooden fortress, mostly just bypassing it. More outposts going on up. Villagers push me forward, maybe I'm for a keep. He does have enough stone for a keep. And it's a good amount of gold and stone here. There's the keep, and there's the mining camp. The wooden fortress may have vision of these units. If he does, yep, he does. Push his way forward. We'll see a massive hit here. Let the Mangonels engage first. It did not. If he would have let the Mangonels get a volley off, he could have wiped out a good chunk of those archers with a good volley. Lancers moving around. Villagers a little bit too exposed there. Lancers charging his way forward. Doesn't set the town center there. Some militia being brought on in. Those are trying to get out into the town centers. One single side has been decaptured. More men at arms, more militia. Oh, he also has another wooden force over there, so there's actually a large amount of garrison space around here. And unlike outposts, wooden fortresses already come up with the increased health. There's no fire armor. They're great for villager storage. Doing wish, some of these villagers are going down. Got decent force here, going for some barracks as well. A couple crossbows are here to engage these lancers. Got some more lancers over here, almost dead. Doesn't have vision of them. Doesn't know about those 2 lancers. Plus he does have vision of them. I almost like he deleted that one. Got some horsemen over here trying to gauge these villagers. More walls going on up. Or a couple trebuchets now pulling out to engage some keeps. Villager does go down there. Imam there is kept at the sacred site. There's a Mangonel that could stone him to death. We do now have the trade wing being researched, and also eyeing for the camel armor. Green does have a good amount of walls in the field, so going for a handful of traders would not hurt him. This is his opponent. Have more trade. Or not more trade. More farms. Ugh. Brings push rate 4, get some damage on these villagers. Lancers getting some good hits there on those villagers. Archers and crossbowmen falling back. Trebuchet's now engaged in the keep over here. The keep has taken some damage. Outpost there, as well as a lumber camp. Keep taking some severe damage. Elite archer on the way for the Absid player. You know, I actually didn't see the Rus player age up. Got the high armory now blood on the field. Horseman now being cleaned on up. Mangonels being cleaned up by the Spring Golds. Spring Gold engage Spring Gold. You can throw a volley into this keep of the Mangonels, hitting the villagers. Villagers can take a pretty good hit there, and the keep does take up the keep. Good hits there on with the spearman with the Mangonels, but volley better hit the ranged forces. Now looking in for the ranged forces, massive volley gets a pretty good cleave through them. Lancers try and push way forward, engage. He may get one more shot off, one at least. Some Schultz now be pulling field. Now I got a Rus keep here. There's still 5,000 gold here for either player to claim. And Absid player is going for some Culverins. Do now have more Mangonels being blown up by the Rus player. So it's 2 trebuchets and 3 Mangonels. Over here, these crossbows being picked off by the keep. Some of these barracks are going down as well. Barracks take some damage. Barracks does go down. Barracks taking some pretty good damage. One villager does get picked off by a Culverin. Wooden Fortress takes some damage. Got the keep here. 1 Mangonels, Spring Golds, and Trebuchets. Villagers not taking some hits. Definitely gets those villagers inside the keep. All 3 single sides captured up by Green. Villagers now get inside the keep. Got a good number of whoops. Good number of crossbowmen here, as well as a good number of Streltsy. 3 Culverins in the field. Made us a little bit too many. Hamlines are now engaging the Spearmen. No, this is not a Spearman. Horseman. Blah. Culverin does go down. The Culverins have 12 range. Does he have the? He does have the slightly increased range Spring Golds. Very nice. Some of these villagers are starting to grab some of these Spring Golds as well. Let's not push way forward. When the Spring Golds do go down, Culverins do get 4 shot. It does increase health upgrade. That Spring Gold goes down. There's one more shot into him. No village nearby to repair it up. And he's starting to back on off. His archers being overran by the horsemen. Culverins getting pretty wounded there. Village not repairing up the Culverins. Eloms can't do much versus those Streltsy. Another Culverin does go down, losing a good number of them. He still has 1 in the field, 2 more in the build queue. Horseman's starting to go on down there. It's going to get interrupted by these structures. That one barracks does go down, going for another keep here. He's flying some progression. AI needs to be captured the sacred site. After all, there's a sacred site victory countdown against him. Still has 5 minutes remaining, but it's still quite a bit of progress made on the sacred site victory. These players are doing a good job maintaining good army size. The Abyssinian Dynasty have 34 military units versus 62, as half the value as well. Schultzy are high quality, to say the least, and very effective at what they do. Gold deposit's almost cleaned on up. Barracks almost down. Got a good number of Schultz in the front line, starting to get overran. Do they still have melee attack? They still have a melee attack. Don't know if that's actually ever used. Or it's just leftover stuff. By the way, do now have the Schultz starting to get overran by the Gilons. Over here, got the Camel Riders getting some good damage. Falling back to his own keep. Crossbow's taking some hits there. He does not have the elite crossbow, but it's a good idea not to go for any more crossbows. We do also have a number of horsemen hitting some of these traders. Very nice. I wonder how much... He has 12, or a good number of traders on the field. Don't know how many he does have. 12. Does he have any... Not even the basic research. Go for this basic research. It's dirt cheap and will give him plus 25% more effectiveness on his traders. That's a big oversight, I would say. Losing out a lot of income there. Gonna break through these gates or walls. Overrun's getting good shots there. Six-side victory, 3 minutes. He might as well decapture that. Fort Architecture is now being researched by the Abbasid Dynasty player. Capturing up this sacred site. Push way forward. Another Spring Guard does go down. This Culver, one of his Culverins is quite wounded. There goes another unit. Ooh, these guys are taking some severe damage. Horse taking some damage. Bruce Army has taken some losses there. The Abbasid player does have decent force. Camel Riders are very effective units since they are classified as light and not heavy. It's actually pretty hard to counter them. The only thing I can really counter them is Spearmen. There's no light, anti-light melee cavalry unit. We do got a decent number of hand cannoneers on part of the Abbasid Dynasty player. While they're not as cheap as Streltsy, they do have the benefits of Boot Camp, giving them additional 50% health, making them a little bit higher quality. He does also have chemistry research. The Rus player does not have chemistry research at the moment. It's, oh yeah, it's right up there. Also got the lightweight beams being researched. Does not have siege engineers to make use of the fast construction time. All ones have 20 armor at the moment, so the Streltsy will do some good damage against them. Yeah, these forces moving around. And there's a good number of traders here that could go down. Got some Camel Riders moving around to engage. Camel Riders do bonus damage to cavalry as well as siege. They also attack speed's pretty good. Horsemen's attack speed are significantly slower. Unfortunately, those camel riders have what, 7 armor, 8 armor right now. 8 armor, and so those horsemen will do a lot less damage. They would do about 5-7 damage per strike, and camel riders have really high health as well, so horsemen is going to be hard countered by those camel riders. Villagers are getting gunned down there. Green does have a decent force here, but starting this player is going to break on through. Or camel riders have gone down. He does have 23 traders alive. He has gone to this 25% multiplier increase. He can always go for this to give him plus 30% increase. That would increase his traders' effectiveness by 55%. He's also going for the increase the camel armor of nearby infantry units, so that can make his hand cannoneers have 2-2 armor being nearby a camel rider. It'd also make his Eloms have English level armor as well as having really high attack speed and health. Trollseed are, however, still causing some issue, but Mangonels are going to counter them. Takes a pretty nice hit there with the Mangonel. That was a massive hit there. He may actually get out a monk there just to heal those guys up. He's rebuilt the walls over there, so his trade is safe. The Roost player also has 2,000 stone in storage. He's actively cooking up stone. The Abstinency just getting passive trickle from his relics of the Tithe Barn. He's now going for improved collection rate with the Spice Road trade. Effectively making his Spice Road more effective than the Silk Road of the Mongols. And as well, he always can still go for the economic wing as well to get the additional other research. But at this point in time, not that useful. He's going for trade. The extra 8% resource drop off is not super important. And plus 15% extra food collection can be quite nice. But he should have a decent number of farmers in the field. Though he has a lot more onto wood at the moment, so maybe he needs to take half those village off of wood and put them onto food. Because right now, he does have a good amount of resources right now. So maybe not. This player also has a good number of resources. Overns get a good volley there. 1 Spring Gold remains. 0 Spring Golds remain, so the Roost player just lost all those Spring Golds a bit foolishly. Camera is not charged by 4 to hit some of the Roost villagers. Roost player is going for another keep over here, trying to secure up this golden stone deposit. He also has what remains of a large stone deposit. There's 500 stone remaining. And we do actually have a line of trading posts there. He does not have access to stone walls due to the fact that he has not gone for the landmark to give access to stone walls. We now have an outpost going on up. Or wooden fortress, I should say. Some of the villagers are getting hit here. There should be... Let's get inside the keep there. The keep's arrows should be able to keep these cameras at bay, barring the villagers die. But at this point in time, he may need an eye for traders. He is at max population. Losing villagers while in the play a larger military force, and he has decent resource reserve at the moment. So he can afford to lose some villagers. Additionally, he can probably take half of his villagers off wood and put them on something else. I wonder the Roost player how much he doesn't have his tier 3 trade bounty just yet. And a good number of these traders are starting to go on down. Also guns down some villagers. Trying to go for another town center here. I'm not sure why he's going for a town center there. He doesn't need the villager production. Yeah, I really don't know why he's going for another town center there. There's not a... I have no idea. Bombards firing away. A number of Roost traders going down. He does have a decent amount of resources and to get them replaced. He also collecting a good amount of gold as well. He's got some palisade walls and protect this trade. And he can also perhaps eye for some more hunting cabins to plant the trees. Mangonels get a volley there on the Streltsy, but they mostly dodge that barrage. Mangonels and Culverins push way forward. We got some Roost Battering Rams here. Streltsy takes a nice volley there. Camel Rider's large health has been very useful to help break into those Streltsy. Now his own hand cannoneers push way forward. And the Camel Riders, they may not have bonus damage against range units, but at least they have bonus damage against siege. Camel Riders are an excellent frontline unit. Not only can you only counter them with Spearmen as a direct counter unit, they just have so much health. They have 384 health. That is a lot of health. Going all has some research there. Villagers could be inside the garrison or wiped out, one or two. Let's get some damage there. Have some Dynasty players trying to push up into his opponent's base. One's trying to go for more Streltsy, more horsemen. Doesn't really have a whole lot of production field going. He has some spare population space. Camera is trying to engage. No more traders being built. Has not rebuilt his, or has not built any sort of walls. Battering Ram's trying to flank around. Try to hit some of this other infrastructure. Cameras to take out those horsemen. You could eye for the Roost player could eye a spearman of his own to engage those camel riders. Rather than trying to go for horsemen. The horsemen just not cutting it. The camel riders right now doing +10 to siege, so they just will report these battle rams no problem. As well as trapped a good number of them right there. Horsemen trying to find some other opportunities to engage. This player probably has a little bit too many villagers. The Moy has 142. Monastery may go down. Battle rams trying to engage some of the markets, but this one's where everybody's trading with. Wooden fortress there, as well as some more lumber yards. We start pushing forward with a good number of camel riders. There's a good number of militia I can bring on in if needed as well. 17 charges, that is a good amount. At this point in time, you also may need to get a palisade gate here, a fortified palisade gate, help allow the traders move around. Right now, all the traders are heading to the ruins of the market. How sad. All their friends are dead. Streltsy gains quick damage on those camel riders. Got some hand cannoneers. More horsemen charging forward, as well as some camel riders. Spring walls have gone down, leaving Culverin and Bombard. He is building some walls there to keep his siege safe. Imam trying to pick up the relics. He probably could have tried a Wolo there. Culverin engaging. Getting credit by villagers. And there goes that Spring Gold, and the Roost player does back the game. Sam Great saying, thank you for watching, and on the next replay. I'm probably going to call the stream a little bit early today. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm a little bit exhausted. Everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. And get some good